There we go. What's up? Why are you guys late? What's going on? We did it. Yo, what's new? What's up, Tint Studio? Have you tested the plugin on Facebook? It was pretty choppy on the preview I tried earlier. I wonder if they're like to stream vertically to Facebook, or are you talking about like going like having a regular stream to Facebook while vertical is running? Because that shouldn't have. If it's the second thing, that wouldn't have any connection at all. What's up, Killhawk? Love from India. Oh my gosh, what is it like? 4 a.m. your time? Stream vertical to Facebook. I've never done that. I've only used it for backtrack recording. This song is great, by the way. Thank you for, let me look and see who said that. I already missed it. It's gone. Where is it? Oh well. It's gone forever. Oh, there it is. Stu said it. Yeah, dude, I'm so pumped about the plugin launch. Thank you guys for being there and supporting it. I hope you guys are enjoying it. We're always squashing bugs. We're always optimizing things, fixing things. We got some big things coming out soon. We just released another update today that lets you, the big one that I asked for is that it hides the vertical, what is it? The vertical preview. So in case you're having performance problems with your PC, or just performance problems in general, you can hide that so it's not taking up more resources. It's kind of a big deal. More OBS plugins. Now we're talking about the vertical plugin. I asked for that one on Twitter. Got a lot of people who asked for that one. Really, I just want to put get as close to parity between the two canvases as possible. So things like we talked about, like dragging and dropping sources. A lot of these things, by the way, are actually due to limitations of OBS, like back-end limitations of OBS itself. Like, for example, the reason we don't have copy and pasting sources is because there's a back-end limitation on OBS that they are fixing in the next little bit, like the next medium-sized update should be like in the, I don't know when, I'd be making up a number, but like 29.1 or whatever. Things like virtual camera, like we have ready to go. There's a limitation on the back end of OBS, but they've already fixed the problem. We're just waiting for them to update it. Things like that. Would you stream on an M1 MacBook Air? I mean, I'm streaming on an M1 MacBook Pro right now. Sure. I wouldn't do too much to it. But I mean, like, my CPU is only at 5% right now. I'm streaming at 13,000 kilobits per second. So it's fine. For Nathaniel Kelly, welcome to the Thrifty Boys. He is Z. Thank you for the 7 months. Professor Sherbert, another brand new Thrifty Boy. Thank you guys. Is there a way to backtrack replay without having to stream or record like OBS Save Replay? Yes. Yeah, we added it, and I think 1.0.4 or 1.0.5, one of those two. It was a couple days after the launch. So make sure you've updated it, but there's now a checkbox that says always run backtrack. And if you just check that, it'll just activate it. The reason we didn't do that, just like by default, just because at first when we were testing it, we did it that way. The problem is, this is like all the super interesting stuff that I didn't know. The problem is if you have anything encoding, right? If OBS is encoding something, you can't touch your encoding settings at all. So while Backtrack is running, you can't go into your recording settings and change your recording settings at all. And if we set it to where Backtrack automatically always ran, people would open up the settings to change their recording settings and be like, how come this disabled all of my recording settings? I can't touch them. They'd close OBS, they'd open it back up, Backtrack would automatically start recording again, and they would never be able to touch their recording settings. So we had to make it start running automatically at a point that we felt was most useful, but still have it off at certain points so that people could mess around with settings. But people really, really wanted that. I suggested having like a start-stop button in the settings, but I think their solution was also just as good, if not better, to just have a checkbox just always run. That basically works as a start-stop button, so that works great. Adam Klopatowski, thank you for the 21 months. Killhawk, welcome to the True Senpais. Brand new True Senpai, welcome. Anyways, that makes sense. Chaotic Sin, you can absolutely start activating it just by checking that box. What are we saying on a Stream Deck plugin? You can already do it two ways. I have it set to my Stream Deck just by adding like setting it as a hotkey and then setting that hotkey to my Stream Deck, and that works really well. You can also, if you're a full ATEM user, which you can do a 30-day trial if you want. If you're a full ATEM user, there are ATEM, like you can set up a shortcut in ATEM to set the backtrack, and you can make that a button. So it's like an official plugin. How's it going tonight? It's been a long, dude, it's been a long like 5 years. You can see it. Can I address this before you think I'm hiding it? Check out this guy and check out this guy. What is happening here? Is this from stress? It might be from stress. I got these 2 massive pimples this morning. What is happening? Hate to see it. Do you record using AV1? That's a good question. No, I'm using H.264. Actually, I'm gonna be honest. I have no idea. On this, on my MacBook, I have no clue. I don't even know if you can do AV1 on a MacBook. Like on an M1 MacBook, I'll have to take a look at my streaming PC. Now that I've started streaming to Twitch every once in a while, I've actually started occasionally, like I've started streaming in that room again. Can I tell you guys about an idea that I have? It's not gonna be tomorrow. It's not gonna probably be soon. But you know how there's been a lot of changes since we started building Senpai HQ, like in terms of like what the plan is and like where we're going with the space and everything. And like this room was supposed to be a B-roll, like a B-roll product shot room. And then my priorities have changed, the team has changed, all the things. And so now I just have a second, I'll turn it into a studio that looks a little bit more warm and welcoming, not like a gamer dungeon, something that feels a little bit more relaxed. But like now I have this room that's kind of skinny, and I have the gaming room that I may use for gaming and streaming over there. I'm debating getting rid of this wall entirely that's between the 2 rooms and having one large, fully functioning room. That's something I've been considering the last couple days. It would be too expensive for me to do now, but like then I'd have room on the ceiling to like add like a full-on soffit and like a acoustic cloud up there with like lights put into it, because the lighting has been kind of a struggle in these 2 rooms. What would that do for the acoustics? It would do great things for the acoustics if I got a cloud on the ceiling. It'd be amazing. Also, the rooms, right now, both rooms are perfectly rectangular. It wouldn't be with this wall that's slightly different shaped. We could like even shape the room a little bit differently anyway. I'd have to sound treat it a little bit more because it'd be larger, but like if we got a cloud like across the majority of the ceiling, that'd do wonders for it. You'd have to stream it, doing a DIY, but you want me to live stream for like 2 weeks straight? A month straight while we build this whole thing? Sounds like a nightmare. When are you recruiting at ATEM? I don't think we're recruiting anything right now. Oh, by the way, did you notice, I know the majority of the video is about the ATEM plugin. I've been waiting to announce this for a while. I wanted to announce it with something awesome like the vertical plugin. I am officially a part owner of ATEM. I invested late 2022. And guys, we're gonna do some bonkers things. There's been some stagnation in the streaming software side of things. Streaming hardware has made leaps and bounds forward. 2022 was amazing for streaming audio. But in terms of like the streaming software ecosystem, like, can we just be real for a second here? We got a pretty small crew, just about 100 people, so we can say this confidently. Like, Streamlabs and Stream Elements, what have they done in the last 5 years? Nothing. They've become very just chilling. Then those were like the main like pushers for software. So I'm not saying we're like gonna go and compete with them. I'm just saying like the two big competitors have not done anything in like 5 years, 4 years. There's a lot of room for a solid software company to come in and bring the streaming software, the streaming ecosystem into 2023. Streamlabs nick all your money, all they've done. I'm just waiting for Streamlabs to release their own vertical plugin. Just wait for it. Just wait for it. I'm calling it now. Someone clip this. I should have vertical installed on my MacBook, so I can clip that. I don't have it installed on my MacBook. I don't fully trust streaming on my Mac. I don't want to install something else and make it blow up. I should probably just bring like one of the PC laptops I've got in here as like my streaming laptop. I think that would I think that might be a good plan. Why do you like white accents on tech when it's the easiest color to get and look dirty? On tech? I disagree. I think black accents is easiest because it shows fingerprints the most. I think white doesn't show any fingerprints. I don't do anything on my tech that gets it dirty. When's this thing gonna get dirty? All it's gonna get is fingerprints, and you can't see them when it's white. You only see it on the black parts. What's this song? This is called Salt Flats. It's on the Gold album by String Beats. They'll call it verticals. You shouldn't trust streaming on your laptop? Yeah, we have some issues here and there. I think I might, maybe between now and the next YouTube stream, I might switch over to a PC. I think that might be the right call, you know? I love vertical. Is it possible to switch recording format to MP4 instead of MKV? Yeah, you can. It just, the streaming, backtrack recording, whatever you're recording on vertical, it copies whatever your regular recording format is. So if you go to your regular settings and go to recording and change that to MP4, it'll change it to MP4 for you. Stream Elements have a new overlay editor coming out shortly. Do they? I want to see what's different about it. White do get dirty, it goes brown. But that's when people are smoking around it. Well, I don't think that's going to be a huge problem for me. See, because we live down here in Provo, Utah. I don't even think they sell cigarettes here. I feel like they're illegal in Provo, Utah. No. But I wouldn't be surprised. Will it be on Streamlabs OBS? Streamlabs does not allow third-party plugins. You literally cannot develop a third-party plugin for Streamlabs. So no, switch back to regular OBS. That's how it's done. You gotta get out of that ecosystem anyway. These guys are ripping you off. You focusing on software, or do you have plans for hardware products? I like software. I've always done software. I'm not like opposed to doing hardware. Here's the thing, if I were to do hardware, I don't think it would be entirely by myself. Like if I were to do hardware, I'd want to do like a partner thing. Like I'd want to build something awesome with Elgato, right? Because I have no desire to build the infrastructure around selling hardware. There's so much more overhead. With software, it's just pure creation. You build something, you can put a download button on a website, and you can distribute it to 1 million people for free. It's unreal. I love that. It's so much easier to create. Sure, like, if you can do hardware well, you can have an amazing impact. I get that. And I'd love to have that kind of impact. But man, is it hard. Dude, Brosif, welcome to the Thrifty Boys. Scutless, thank you for the 21 months. Vertical is amazing. Thank you for that godsend plugin. Dude, I'm so glad you guys are loving Vertical. It makes me so happy. We have over 22,000. Actually, you guys want to see how many people have installed Vertical? Yo, Davey, thank you for the 19 months. Can we get a video on your sound isolation roof, the one with the blocks? Talking about the one in the recording studio? We had a professional team build it. I don't know what I'd make a video on. Ooh, getting close to 24,000 downloads. That's bonkers. We released it 5 days ago. Almost 24,000 downloads. We hit 10,000 like almost 24 hours after we released it. That was nuts. Sarah Dici recently put together some iDevice stands with Kickstarter moments in her Lab 22 company. I don't envy the amount of work, but it's so fulfilling. Like, I get that. I'd love to do that at some point. I'm not in a position to do it right now, but I'd love to partner with some people and do it. Hiring any more music producers? Not at the moment, no. We've got a pretty solid system in place. We're running a little bit bare bones at the moment. Digging ourselves out of a hole that a couple scam companies got us into. Hold on, I want to now read. I wish you could like read threads. They happened since they stole the OBS name. Yeah, there was a big problem with that. I remember that. Everyone got upset about it. It was so weird that like they did something sleazy, something they've been doing, sleazy stuff they've been doing for a long time, just like ripping off other people, and then we all just kind of forgot about it. You just play that guitar behind you? We got some good guitar music going on. I don't have any way to like plug it into an amp in here. I've got the guitar amp in the other room. But like, again, that's the thing. Like, I want one big room where I can plug stuff into anywhere, and it's just a good big room. I think I'm gonna start looking into it like next week, just to see what the process would look like. Because this isn't a load-bearing wall at all. I remember they put this up when we were building this space. We could 100% knock this out, and I think it'd be dope. But Greg, thank you for the 17 months. Welcome back, man. I will that every business, every project we're working on is always evolving. Like, everything's always changing. We're always trying new things. And who knows, we might need some producers here and there. I'd love to hear what your stuff sounds like. And if we're looking for producers, I will absolutely make it known to you. All right, man? Dude, I'm just, honestly, can I tell you, I'm just nervous to play guitar on stream. I pick up the guitar like once a month. And I told myself that this year, look guys, we all need to make a promise to ourselves and to each other that this is gonna be the year where we do the things that we wanna do. Agreed? This is the year. This is the year that we are happy. It needs to be a thing. You gotta manifest it. You gotta make it happen. I need this year to be the year that I finally do the things I wanna do. It's been a weird couple years, guys. Last year was rough. Last year was a huge learning year. Last year was a harsh lesson for me. Anyone else? What was your 2022 like? Now that we're already 1 month into 2023, can we reflect? What was your 2022 like? I did not like 2022. Any new Stream Beats albums coming out this year? Yeah. Working on a couple right now. We should have them out hopefully in just a couple months, as well as a couple pretty massive singles. I'm going to LA to shoot a music video in 2 weeks. I think you guys are really gonna like that. It's gonna be fun. "2022 first half sucked, second half changed my career, bought a new house. Never been as happy in my life as I am now." That is fantastic, Greg. That's what I like to hear. Do you work closely with Pretzel? Yeah, we do. They help us a lot with stuff. We put all our stuff on Pretzel. They send us a paycheck every month for people listening to it. They've also, it's not really Pretzel, but it's someone who used to work like closely with them. They would help us with getting our stuff. Whitelisted on YouTube Content ID, because right now there's no public way to do that, and they had kind of a workaround. Like, they're literally the reason that our stuff is safe to use on YouTube. Played your Ignition album from Apple Music live on Facebook, got copyrighted on Facebook. Well, that happened again if I go live on Twitch or YouTube. Facebook is a problem. Can I give you my biggest tip? Just don't stream on Facebook. Facebook is not a place for content creators to go there. It is a separate tool for you to utilize and to grow and reach new people, but it should never be your main platform. Especially as a gamer, they're shutting a lot of stuff down over there. But in general, Facebook is so big, and Facebook is the least content creator oriented, that they're the biggest problem we've hit with Stream Beats. They don't have any proprietary system for music recognition. They use Audible Magic, and Audible Magic is bad. Audible Magic is the same system that Twitch uses. The problem is, the way Twitch handles copyrighted music with Audible Magic is if Audible Magic recognizes a song, they just mute it from the VOD, right? It's not going to guarantee you're protected from a copyright strike. You can still get a DMCA strike, even if it's muted from the VOD. The problem is, Audible Magic is very bad, and sometimes they hear one song and they think it's a different song. We've sent every single track to Audible Magic. We literally programmed our own app in order to upload our music to Audible Magic. Like, their stuff was so bad that that's what we had to do. And so now you'll notice that whenever you get hit with Stream Beat stuff on Facebook or Twitch, the two companies that use Audible Magic, they think it's a different song. It's just so bad because our stuff is whitelisted on there, but they think it's a different song. The difference is Twitch just mutes stuff. Facebook will shut your stream down. They know it's your livelihood. They know that they're using terrible recognition software. They don't care. It's not worth the risk to them. They would rather shut down their content creators than build a system that works. And so at the end of the day, it doesn't matter how safe of music you're listening to. If you're listening to music on Facebook, your stream is going to get shut down. That's just the way it is. Problem. It's been a problem since we released Stream Beats, and we've been on calls with Audible Magic. We've done everything they've asked us to do. They're just bad. And Twitch and Facebook are bad for using them. Like, do what YouTube did. Build your own system. YouTube built Content ID, an actual system, which is why content claims, while happen, are insanely rare, and we're able to go into the system and remove them. Like, we're able to do so much with YouTube. It's not a perfect system, but we're able to go in, like, it's been workable with YouTube. We are fixing the Twitch issue with mutes. Twitch wasn't going to fix it, and so we are going to fix it. Which is crazy to think about. We're developing something to fix a problem that Twitch won't fix. And I'm excited about it. It's gonna be a lot of work, but we've figured out a solution. Fingers crossed we've figured out a solution. Question about replay buffer. Does it save both vertical and normal video at the same time? So the replay buffer is is what the horizontal canvas uses. That's replay buffer. Backtrack is for vertical. So replay buffer will save your horizontal canvas. Backtrack will save your vertical canvas. And they're the same thing. It's just a replay buffer for each one separately. I just knew that very, very few people, we've had a couple people, I shouldn't say a couple people, I've had one person complain about the name Backtrack and how we should just keep it replay buffer. And of course, they're a person that uses replay buffer. But like 99% of streamers don't use replay buffer or have no idea how it works. And it's this weird cryptic techie name. It's a very counterintuitive name. And I think the name has kept a lot of people from using it. So I wanted to rename it something that felt welcoming, something that felt usable to your average user. And not for the power users. Because all the power users are like, why'd you change it? It's more confusing now. Here's the deal. Power users, you're gonna figure it out no matter what it's called. I'm not worried about power. Power users are gonna be able to figure it out no matter what, if it's a good tool. The average user is the one that if we kept it named replay buffer, nobody would use it except the power users. But if we rename it Backtrack, all the regular users will use it and the power users will complain, but they'll still use it. So that's why I leaned that direction. Farish, 5:30 a.m. Dude, go to bed. Don't hang out with me, go to bed. Sleeping is so much better than hanging out with me. How does the computer know the order of streaming HAWs and then vertically and back clipping? I'm very confused, Captain List. I have no idea what that means. So can I use the plugin to record all my sources at once rather than just a vertical version? All your sources individually? No. There is a plugin called Source Record where you can record a specific source, and you could do that. I mean, technically you could set it 1080p and you could put all your sources in there separately. They'd be really small. Oh, horizontal? Okay. How does the computer know the order if streaming horizontally and then vertically and backtracking? Do you have any suggestions on knowing how to manage those settings so we don't turtle? Do you mean bottleneck? I don't. Ask David. He's Dust, D-U-S-S-E-D. Ask him on Twitter. Like, you're talking about just like prioritizing the order? I don't know. I think it's just the order that you turn them on in. How do you add the plugin? Just download it, click the 2 buttons, and you're all done. It's there. Make sure you have OBS version 29. That's the big one. We get a lot of people tweeting saying, I installed it and it never showed up. That's because you're on version 28 or before. Make sure you're on version 29. Click the download button from atom.tv. That's it, atom.tv. In fact, let's there we go. I want to make sure we have this right. Atom.tv. I'll show you. Here's regular Atom. Sometimes we'll get people that are like, hey, you said it was free, but you have to. It's only a free trial for 30 days. You lied to us. No, this is full. This is the regular full Atom, full automation software, which is fantastic, by the way. This is the plugin, and it's free. That's totally free, 100% free. Just download it. You click download, you download it, you run the installer, and you're good to go. That's the whole thing. Very, very easy. Would you upload these clips to both YouTube and TikTok, or just pick one? If you have something to post to both places. I would upload it to YouTube first. And then maybe 6 hours later, upload it to TikTok. I've seen them. YouTube is trying very hard not to be what Instagram Reels is. Whereas, guys, can we all just accept that Instagram Reels is just TikToks reposted a week later? Like, we know that, right? This is common knowledge. We're all on the same page. YouTube Shorts, they don't want it to be that. They want to be the primary vertical platform. And so if they notice you're uploading TikToks to YouTube, they have a system that looks for the TikTok watermark. If they see that, no, not monetizable, it's like totally suppressed. They don't let anyone see it. I've even seen people who upload to both places and YouTube has checked TikTok to see if an identical video is over there. And if it is, they leave a message in your creator studio. It says, this has been uploaded somewhere else. You can't monetize. It's crazy. Real sex with a watermark too? Yeah, I believe it. But just upload the raw file to everything be safe. I've even seen people that have uploaded the raw file and it still got hit because it had already been uploaded to TikTok. So I don't know what the rule is. I have no idea. I would upload it to YouTube first and then TikTok a little bit later. Like, I uploaded something to TikTok the other day about the vertical plugin, and I'm about to literally go reshoot the entire thing. And instead of saying you can make TikToks, I'm gonna say you can make YouTube Shorts. I'm gonna make it slightly different. And I'm gonna re-upload, because I don't wanna re-upload the same video to YouTube and have it either hear the word TikTok or recognize I'd uploaded it somewhere else. I want it to, it's also more than a minute long, so I need to shorten it anyway. Yeah, I think it was Guile Level. I think that's who got hit. He was tweeting about it a little bit. YouTube indexing the whole of TikTok to check every upload against it would be effing insane. I mean, I'm just telling you what I've seen. I have no idea exactly their process, how it works. I'm just telling you what I've seen. And can I tell you that it's impossible to get this camera straight? Hold on a sec. We're never touching this camera again. I still think it's perfect, but it's pretty good. Gym progress starting to show? That's very nice, thank you. I've been working out twice a day for 6 months. And it is, I'm definitely in my 30s because progress is far slower than I ever remember it being. How do you deal with struggling to find ideas on what videos to create? Yeah, a lot. It's actually been my biggest struggle, second biggest struggle with the Senpai Gaming channel. Struggling with always having something relevant to post, something helpful, useful, valuable, but then also enjoying the process. I've had a hard time enjoying the process on the Senpai Gaming channel lately. I've needed to make a change. I mean, I talk about this every single YouTube stream. You guys are probably sick of this conversation. Thanks for the plugin, shared with all my friends. Dude, I had a meeting with Ryan King, the producer at Streambeats, and he hadn't seen the video, hadn't seen the announcement or anything. He's not really on YouTube or social media much. And I'd asked him if he'd seen it, and he's like, that was yours? I had a friend tell me about this. I didn't know that was you. So the thing has spread like wildfire, and I appreciate everybody telling all their friends and tweeting it and sharing about it. It's been fantastic. Do you feel short form content is a sustainable format for content creation, or do you feel it will die out in a soulless of years? No, I don't think it's gonna die. I think that the bar is gonna be raised, and I think that right now we're in like the Wild West of vertical content. I think the platforms are crazy. Like, you can get banned from TikTok for nothing, and like you can have 5 million followers and just get banned and have no explanation and have done nothing wrong. It's wild. Also, it's much more volatile because it's all algorithmically based. It's not based on followers at all, which is kind of where all social media is going, but even more so on vertical. It's just a doom scroll. And so having followers doesn't really matter anymore. It's all about individual videos and whether or not people watch them. It's also been crazy to me. Oh, this is gonna sound weird. I hope this comes across the right way. This has been one of the wildest things to me about vertical content, about short content like TikTok. I've seen accounts with 3, 5, 10 million followers that are posting TikToks from their job. That doesn't happen on YouTube. That's crazy to me. Like that you can build a following of 5 million people and not be able to support yourself on it. Like that should be the first thing that everybody notices about it. That should be the most telling thing about the content. That you can't rely on short form vertical content as your main career. How do you get backtrack always on options? Key TV. Make sure you're updated. You may have downloaded an early version and not updated since. I think we dropped it in the second update since we released it, which is what, 1.0.5. Make sure you have that version or later, and there will be a setting in your backtrack settings. I have a Sony a7 III. What lens would you recommend for videos/streaming? Depends on what kind of videos you want to make and what you want your stream to look like. I use a 20mm on here. This is a 20mm 1.8. I love this lens. It's not even a G Master lens. It's just a regular lens. Compared to other Sony lenses, it's very cheap, especially for such a wide open aperture. But it's a prime lens, and so I would never get it as my only lens because I couldn't zoom in, I couldn't get any variety shot. This would be the only shot I can get versus, you know, something like this. This is my 12-24. You know, something that I can go, trying to make sure it's in focus the whole time, not my face isn't in focus. You know, I can go, you know, all the way to 24, super wide with 12 or whatever. Here, let's just do this. Watch this. Is there a battery in here? Oh, there's no battery in there. Sorry. Here, take a look. Wait. There we go. All right. 12, 24, 12, 24. Like, zoom lenses are super versatile. They're great. But I've been obsessed with prime lenses lately. So it just depends on what lenses you have, depends on what shots you're trying to get. This is like my main handheld vlogging lens because it gets this crazy super wide shot and I have the versatility to zoom in and out. But I've been obsessed with this 20mm lately. And I mean, primes are just fun. Primes are fun lenses. This isn't a prime. I thought this was my prime. Prime's on the A1 over there. This is another 16-35. This is a great starter lens. The 16-35, their power zoom one, is this tiny little light lens and it's fantastic. This is an 85. Looks phenomenal. Prime lens, super zoomed in. Wouldn't use it as my only lens at all. This is an anamorphic 50mm. This one's super fun. I gotta use anamorphic in some videos coming up here. I'm pumped about it. I'm excited for you guys to see it. But if you're looking for a good all-around lens, I think that 16-35 power zoom is a fantastic starter lens. I mean, it's full frame. I want to say it's a little over $1,000, but it's super light and gets a great crispy shot. I don't even remember who asked that. Not Yo Friendly Guy. Welcome to the Thrifty Boys. Did I call that one out yet? I don't remember. Can you try something stupid? Try a stream at 200mm focal length. I don't have a 200mm lens. When are you gonna become a vlogger in Japan? Well, we're going to Japan in like a month. No, 2 months. 2 months. Ooh, you got me excited there. Do you recommend the Sony A7C? Probably not anymore. I mean, it's pretty cheap. You need something, bud? Yes. What do you need? You ever feel like your dog's gonna murder you? You wanna come here? Wanna come say hi? You okay? You look like you did something wrong. I need to go check and make sure he didn't do anything wrong. One sec. Yeah. You want to say hi to the people? Hey. So he hadn't done anything wrong, but he did have diarrhea last night. And I think he needed to go out and go diarrhea, and that's what he was telling me. So Kenzie's taking him out. We traded. Hey, say hi. You say hi? You say hi? Say hi to the camera. Hey, Lennon, can you say hi to the camera? Look at the camera. Say hi. No, not today. She's getting big. When using vertical, will it pull audio from the sources I already have? Do you need to add audio sources to the vertical tab source? It should pull from whatever your recording setting is at. Hey.
Papa.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Light?
No.
More? More light?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Bobby.
Yeah?
Bobby.
What? What do you see? What do you see? What? Stop it. Hey. Put your feet down. Put your feet down. Don't grab the mic. She's in a weird phase. She's very forward with the things that she wants. Oh, yeah? Which I think will be great for the future, but it's frustrating now. Hey, hey. How about this? How about this? Ready? Whoa. You gotta let me know if she's smiling. Whoa. 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 Ready? Whoa. No, not so much today. What are you chewing on? So anyway, what's up? She doesn't want to be as famous as your dog. She's gonna be a director more light. Yeah. Well, vertical/ATEM add the ability to automatically add captions you see like in TikToks on export. Probably not in export, but there is a need for an editor that can do that really easily. Best part of being a dad so far? By the way, Fanjextra, thank you for the 21 months. Welcome back, man. Best part of being a dad is when she's asleep. Ha 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 ha. That was a joke. Watching the new things that she learns. Hey. Yeah?
Ready and go number 2. He only went pee.
Really?
Yeah.
Crying wolf,
He
huh?
went pee for a while though. Like he had a lot. So.
She is squirmy.
Yep. That's why we call her the squirmy worm.
Bobby.
Bottle,
Oh, she wants a bottle.
Oh, do you want a bottle in it?
Oh, no. Did you give him water?
Yeah. I'm sorry. Oh. More? Here,
More?
Lenny, come here. Knock him over. Not you, Neko.
Neko, come here.
Am I interrupting your stream too?
No, that's okay.
Oh, knock him over. Okay, ready? Knock it over. Kick it. Yeah,
Yeah, kick it.
kick it.
Oh!
You want to do it again? Oh, ready? Let's see if we can get him to.
Can you do it? Neko, down. Down.
Do you want to do again?
Neko, down.
Okay. Let's see if
Good boy, good
can
boy.
chat see. Do it.
That's what I'm trying to do.
Oh wait, I have to bring it. Oh! Okay, wait. I didn't get it ready. Let it. Wait. Okay. Here. Ready? Go. She always makes that noise. Wait. 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 1, 3.
Bobby.
Bottle.
You should know a woman heard us at Target and she had a ball in her hands. And she said, ball. And I was like, did you drop your ball? And she said, ball. And she was pointing. And I was like, did it fall down? She was down. And then a woman walked, like a grandma-aged woman, walked by and she said, well, she's rather small to be saying ball and down. How old is she? And I was like, she's 15 months. And her eyes widened and she's like, she can talk really well for a little thing. And I was like, yeah.
She's a fast learner. Oh, can you be careful?
Oh, Lennon, no guitar. Come here. Do you want to knock it over? Come kick it.
Get
Kick it. Get it. Get it. Get it. Go get it. No. Here, get it. Oh, no. Oh. Come get it. Go get it. Knock it over. Yeah. Yeah. Kick it. Kick it. Yeah.
Go get it.
Get it.
Bobby.
Bottle, yeah.
Hi, Bottle. Kisses.
Oh, you're
for
gonna
the
give
bottle.
kisses?
Hey, do it.
Here, buddy. Don't get in the way. Don't get in the way.
Go.
Oh!
Can I take 3 of these upstairs?
Yeah. Take it. I should just throw this on.
Baby.
Yeah.
Oh, I'd rather not touch those though. Those are easy to mess up.
Take one, man. Let's go. No, not you.
Just leave them on the pillow. Well, there you have it.
Speaking of pillow, by the way, there's a pillow that is calling your name
Oh,
upstairs.
I know. I'll get to it.
Just don't want to.
But we could use that one for now if we have to.
I guess, yeah. Okay, let's go, Lenny.
Already can stand, dude. This girl can sprint, basically. It's nuts. Thanks for saying hello to my brother at the butterfly place. Oh yeah. So I'm worried about streaming to both Twitch and TikTok and recording and backtracking. Any suggestions how about we manage all these so they don't bottleneck? Yeah. No, because you can only have 2 or 3 instances of NFank running. Maybe if you stream with, because vertical recording and backtracking should follow whatever you're. You're so needy. What do you need, bud? You just need attention, is that it? Hey, good boy. Yeah, so maybe try, because the vertical plugin should mirror whatever your regular recording settings are. So maybe try streaming with NVENC and recording with X264 or something. It's gonna have to be an experiment. That's a lot of instances all doing a lot of things at the same time. However, if you're recording, I don't know if you need to have, oh, you're streaming and backtrack. Oh boy, yeah, you're gonna run into limited instances of encoding with NVENC. Form info, thank you for the 21 months. Welcome back, that's a lot of months. Yep, he just wanted someone to touch him. And Redfish, 19 months, welcome back, homie. They get sassy sooner than you think. Did you guys see the picture I posted of her in our Disneyland outfits? That girl has so much sass, it's bonkers. She's 15 months old. I don't know where she got it from. What's his name? This is Neko. Hey, good boy. Do you use a LUT on your stream? No, I think I just use the regular color correction plugin. I might even not do that. Let me see. No, we got some color correction on it. This is without it. This is with it. What's up, Alex? I assume being on a 2PC setup would help with that, right? NVENC for streaming. CPU encoding for local recordings? Sure. Yeah, I mean, having a PC dedicated to OBS and not having to game at the same time, yeah, you can do whatever you want on that, depending on the specs of that thing. I should ask you a question that would be a little bit more appropriate on stuff. I don't stream on the Senpai Gaming channel, doesn't matter. I'm still trying to figure out the proper way to differentiate between streaming on here on YouTube and streaming on Twitch. I know I want streaming on YouTube to be like a weekly thing with a goal, whereas streaming on Twitch is more just like hanging out and occasionally gaming and more casual, like unplanned, probably no what's it called? No schedule. Sometimes in the morning, sometimes at night, sometimes talking, sometimes gaming. But I'm trying to figure out like what's something of value that works with the brand. Maybe as I start making videos on this channel, it'll make a little bit more sense. And the two brands will kind of separate because it feels like I'm just doing the same thing on both. So it's a little bit of an experiment. I hope you guys are down for joining this experiment with me and figuring out what works. It'll be fun. Hopefully you guys can learn from my mistakes. That's half the job here. So your dog's name is Cat in Japanese. No, cats are named after my dog in Japanese. What's your favorite game or game you recommend playing? Dude, I've been playing a lot of Apex. Apex has been the only game I play for the last like year. I don't have a lot of time to play games. I jump in games to have like business meetings with people. Like we'll game and talk, like mostly with like a guy that we just brought. Oh, by the way, guys, expect something new. We started something a little bit ago. It's kind of been this off and on experiment called 30-Second Tech. And I just brought someone on who's been a buddy of mine for a long time. You're going to see his face on some of the stuff. We're going to be doing some 30-Second Tech, but he and I were gaming last night, just kind of talking about 30-Second Tech and brainstorming some ideas and stuff. Have you seen The Last of Us on HBO? No. Have you used NVIDIA eye contact yet? No. I've got an idea. I have a video idea. I didn't feel like I could do a full video on the eye thing. Maybe I should have done it anyway, made a really short video just for while it was relevant, but like there are 3 main ways of looking at the camera when you're doing something, whether you're streaming or whether you're like in a Zoom call. There's using a teleprompter, right? and putting the camera essentially behind the screen, right? Then there are those webcams that hang down into the middle of your screen and literally put the camera in front of your screen. And then there's that NVIDIA eye contact thing. And I kind of want to do a video on all three and like comparing the three of them, like the best way to look at the camera during a Zoom meeting. The NVIDIA one is a little bit in the Uncanny Valley. It's really cool technology, and when it works, like if you can optimize it a bit by like having your screen as close to it as possible so it still looks natural, that it's unreal. But is there a natural way to do it that works better, you know, without a ton of setup? It's also just the ease of use. Click a button, you're looking at the screen. You don't have to set up a camera with a prompter or whatever, you know? These streams are pretty interesting though. Have you thought about retaining this format and only dialing down the frequency that works for you, maybe on the main channel? Well, the goal, by the way, just so you know, the goal is to make this channel the main channel. That's the goal for 2023. I need the channel that is more of a creative outlet to be my main focus. Otherwise, I am gonna end myself. He says satirically. Dude, I'm struggling with making more and more tech videos. It's a never-ending cycle of what's the next video, how do I sit down, how do I test it, it just got into an endless cycle for 4 years. And so yeah. Celebrate your first super chat, PlayFaz. It's not PlayFaz, thank you for the super chat. No, in a video game, yeah. No, but I started YouTube because I loved the process of making videos, and it slowly became far less about the creativity, the process of creating something fun, and it turned into, what's the next thing I need to make a video on? And then it maintained that for years, and it's just years of like working 14-hour days that I didn't enjoy doing. So the goal is to make the Hair Seller channel the channel this year, and work towards making it the main channel. It's going to take some sacrifice. I'm going to be making fewer videos on the Senpai Gaming channel, which means it's going to take a hit to the income. I've had to make some adjustments, and it's a risk, but I think there's a greater risk by sticking with what I was doing, a greater risk to myself, not in any kind of violent way, but just happiness way and longevity, how long I could handle it for, because I was struggling. What videos are we going to make on this channel? We're going very personality based. Can we talk about that for a second? I want to share some of the insight, and I may have shared some of this before, but I find this stuff fascinating. There's a new meta on YouTube that's been emerging slowly for a couple years now. I mean, it's been around in some fashion for a while, but it's becoming the new meta. The meta until a couple years ago was teaching on YouTube. That was a big one. I mean, it's unlimited content. It's valuable content as long as you do a good job and you're not teaching untrue things. But like, it's just inherent value. It's searchable as long as you're making relevant things, and it's endless, right? And so it was the meta for a long time. It was the meta when I started. It was how we started this entire process. I was teaching people how to make good-looking streams. The meta is shifting. That meta is becoming very oversaturated, which isn't necessarily a problem. It just means the bar is raising, and it's harder to get noticed, and it doesn't quite have the returns that it used to. And the new meta is by the way, and also anybody can do it. Anybody can sit down and do a tutorial on this camera. The value of it, how good it is, will vary. You could make a video on this camera without actually having this camera. You can just look up the specs. You can watch other people's videos, take notes on their pros and cons, and literally make a video on this camera without ever even touching it or using it yourself. It takes some diligence. So literally anybody can do it. There's the new meta though, that is, I don't want to say it's gatekeeping, because that's not the right word. The right word is that it's, what is the right word? What's the word for something being naturally gatekeepy? Like it's just a little bit more selective. Not even selective, because it's just, what's like a club? Exclusive. There we go. It's a little bit more exclusive. Because it requires something happening on the back end. Something that not everybody is doing, not everyone is capable of doing given their current state, which is you are living an interesting life or accomplishing interesting things. You are being an interesting person, living a very unique lifestyle and sharing that with others. And that, I mean, it's broad. That might be, someone living in a foreign country. That might be a celebrity giving insight into their life, like Will Smith. I don't know if he's still doing it. He was doing it for a little bit. Or it might be someone building companies and doing, making accomplishments and then sharing the process. I would say Gary Vee is a good example of that, of someone who is out there being a crazy entrepreneur and then sharing that process with everyone around him. That is a massive new meta. It's hard to get into because it's, if you are, like I was 8 years ago or whatever, working at the Apple store, or working at my student bookstore at I was working at the student bookstore at the University of Utah 12 years ago. It's really hard to make videos, interesting videos on your life. You see a lot of people who the van life. Here's a good one. Van life people, right? If you can make good videos on the van life, it's fascinating because it's such a unique lifestyle, right? And there's always a new interesting day. So I feel like I'm in a pretty unique situation where it's hard. I tried vlogging a while back and it was not a good experience. It was really hard to do. I wasn't living an interesting life and I was trying to make my life seem more interesting than it was. And so I needed someone. I'm trying to figure out what to say and what not to say. I always try not to do the thing where you announce something you're doing before you actually start doing it and then you end up not doing it the same way and just letting people down. It's a big trend on social media. Hey, I'm doing this. Starting today, I'm doing this. And then it never ends up going the way you think it's going to go. So I don't like announcing things. I like just doing them. But yeah, I know there's some limitations with my lifestyle. I spent a lot of time in this room. And that's not fun to document. So it's a matter of making a handful of changes, doing things. I want to create a morning routine that's doing something that I can eventually turn into content. Like, for example, I'm trying to learn After Effects right now. And so I'm trying to get a solid morning routine where I do an hour of After Effects every day. And that way at the end of 30 days, I can do a video about learning After Effects in 30 days and stuff like that. I want to start doing guitar for an hour every morning so that I can eventually at the end of the year release some singles, some rock, some metal singles and document that process because we got a recording studio down here. There's a lot of potential in what I'm doing to make interesting documentation videos. I just need to figure out how to harness those things and schedule my life in a way that prioritizes that and kind of gives opportunities to properly utilize it. It's just going to take a little bit of life coaching myself, which I feel like is always the main battle, What do you do if you're a boring person? You want a real answer to that or a fake answer to that? The real answer, if you are a boring person, you get two options. One, you recognize that content creation isn't for you, and there's nothing wrong with that. Two, you work on that. It's a skill. Charisma is a skill. And it requires learning just like learning a sport or learning anything else. And that's probably going to be a long process of faking being interesting. And people are going to call you out for it. And people are saying you're not being yourself. You're not being authentic. That's all a lie. It's all a lie. There's no such thing as being authentically you. There's no such thing as an authentic you. You're learning and you're growing every day. You're not the same person today as you were a year ago or 2 years ago, or definitely not 10 years ago. So if you're always changing, why not work towards changing to the person you want to be and not be ashamed of that? I thought being boring was an advantage. Who said being boring was an advantage? I mean, it can be in certain things. I think in terms of making content, probably not so much. I went through this slump where I got really excited to stream. I have fun setting new stuff up, and then when the time comes, I can't go live. It's frustrating, dude. I feel you hard. I enjoy the building process so much more than the actual like using it and streaming it. I got these new lenses. I got 3 new lenses in the last month and a half-ish. 3 new lenses. And there have been opportunities where it's been amazing to use them. But I've liked experimenting with looking at new lenses more than actually making stuff with them. It's a problem. I'm working on it. Don't judge me. I'll get there. It's gonna take some self-discipline. It's always that idea of like, oh, if I just had this one other lens, I could do this. And I know I'm lying to myself. But speaking of which, anyone want to buy a lens? I just put this on Facebook Marketplace. This is the RF 24-105 f4. It's still sealed. I have no use for it. It's a great lens. I wish I could just set things up for other people and enjoy watching that. There are people that do that. That is a job. No shame in that. I bet you have so many cameras and lenses. Well, I'm in the Sony ecosystem, and this is a Canon lens. It's a fantastic lens. I just can't really use it. I do have a good chunk of lenses. I've been on a lens kick. Why are we talking about anything other than lenses? Ask me questions about lenses. That's all I want to talk about. Let's talk about lenses. It's so fun. Lenses are fascinating. I'm just gonna be a lens YouTuber. Just a lens YouTuber. That's it. Can I show you my new holy trinity of lenses? You guys want to see my holy trinity that I keep calling my holy trinity, but I haven't actually made anything with them, so maybe they're not the holy trinity. I need to go somewhere and try it. What's your lowest f-stop lens? I got some f1.4s. All right, holy trinity of lenses. You ready for this? Hold on, I gotta set it up. I got one on another camera right now. One sec, guys. I say Holy Trinity, but now I'm bringing over 4 lenses. This is the problem. There's always another lens. But if it's this shot, it needs to look like this. Great plugin. Uploading reels couldn't be easier. Good to hear, man. I'm so glad you guys are loving the vertical plugin. All right, we're gonna set this one aside. This one's unique. Holy Trinity of lenses. This is learning time with Harris. We're gonna learn about lenses here, and you're gonna be so grateful for this information. You ready? All right. Main vlogging lens. Main one that's gonna live on the camera 99%, 95% of the time. If I'm going out, let's say I'm going to Japan, right? We're going to Japan in 2 years. I can only fit a certain amount of lenses in my backpack. It is these 3. 1, 2, 3. This one on the lens, on the camera all the time, unless I wanna switch out for a specific shot. This is my zoom lens. This is a 12-24. It's crazy wide. I just showed you guys. I'm gonna show you again. Look how much I'm getting here. I get my entire body here. And then I can zoom in on my face. Super wide lens, 12 to 24. I love this thing. This will be my main vlogging lens. Oh, but I want to get something really buttery, like real background blur. Want to get something super cinematic. Most people go with a 50 mil. You go with a 50 millimeter lens, and I get it. Nifty 50, that is an iconic lens. I wanted something a little more extreme. And same with this. This is an extreme wide angle. Most people go with a 16 to 35. We're going wider. We're going 12 to 24. Doesn't just go to 16, goes all the way out to 12. Super wide. Makes it look a little bit more unique, get a more interesting shot. Instead of 50, we're going all the way into 85. There we go. 85, 1.4. Want to get even more cinematic, even more compressed. Get some beautiful shots with this thing. You want to see how zoomed in this thing is? You ready for this? I'm going to pull this lens off. Screen's about to go white. If you're watching in a dark room, close your eyes. Sorry, everybody. Oh. You following how bright this lens is? Or how zoomed in this lens is? Hold on a sec. I gotta brighten this up again. I'm getting too far from the light. 1 second. Watch out, Neko. Good boy. This is me on the other side of the room. All the way at the back of the room. This is my 85 mil. This is the cinematic stuff. All right. Oh, let's put back on the other lens. 1 sec. Sorry for your retinas again. I'm sorry. There we go. Size room you built? We measured it last time. How long was it? I think it was like 25 feet or something. I don't remember. Yeah, that was the 85. So that's the thing. Most people, when they use two lenses, on the wide angle side like this, they'll use a 16 to 35, right? 16 zoomed into 35, and then they'll grab a 50 mil. There's a gap between 35 and 50 mil, but that's not a problem. Between 35 and 50, you don't really need that focal length. So you got 16 to 35 for your vlog stuff, and then 50 for your cinematic stuff. I'm going even wider to 12 to 24. It's crazy wide for my vlog stuff. And then all the way into 85 for my cinematic stuff. So extra wide over here, extra zoomed in over here. Now we have a gap between 24 all the way to 85. And that's a really big gap, which is why it's a trinity of lenses instead of just two lenses. So we got our 12 to 24, we got our 85. We need something in the middle. 50 mil looks too much like 85. 50 mil is just a less extreme 85. It's not. I'm not bringing anything new to the table with a 50. So, let me throw in this guy. Right in the middle, maybe leaning a little bit more towards this side. We got ourselves a 35 G Master lens. Right, little orange G there. Also cinematic, but a wider cinematic lens. So now we got 12 to 24, and we got 35 for our cinematic, not crazy zoom in stuff, and then 85 for our cinematic zoomed in stuff. And that's what I'm gonna be running and gunning with. I'm gonna have these two in the backpack and this guy on the hip. I think that'll work out. What do you guys think? You gonna play with the Moment anamorphic lenses? Well, it's funny you mention anamorphic lenses, because that's where this guy comes in. I'm not 100% sure how I'm gonna be using this in the real world. I don't think I'm gonna carry it with me unless I am intentionally shooting something to be just crazy. Look at this thing. Look at that. What even is that? Hold on, I'm trying to get you a good shot of this. It's not just like a reflection of the light. Let me brighten this up here real quick so you can see in there. It is the weirdest freaking lens. But it's so cool. Yeah, it's a Sure. I think that's how they say it's pronounced. Oh, and by the way, game changer. ND filter? No ND filter. Oh my gosh, I brought this thing to Disneyland and I shot everything in Disneyland on this. And shooting outside, oh, let's just bring this ND filter. Look how dark it'll get. Ready? Yeah, can't even see in there anymore. Got this variable ND filter, get it all the way dark, shooting outside in the bright Los Angeles sun. Go inside on a ride. Game changer. Game changer. I went home and I was like, I need these on all of my cameras, all my lenses. Look at this. I don't have an ND filter on this one, but got one for the 35, got one coming in for the 75, like today. But this lens needs to be more intentional. This thing is massive, it's heavy, and it's weird, doesn't have autofocus. This is not a practical lens for shooting a video myself. So this either needs to be on, maybe it goes on someone else's camera, like if I've got a cameraman with me. Maybe someone else cares. Maybe I find a space in my backpack and I just pull it out when I need it. Maybe I just shoot it at home for some really cool tripod shots because it has, like, it's really hard to keep it. You can't use steady shot. You can't use active stabilization with anamorphic. It gets really weird. So handheld is kind of rough unless you're really being careful. You're so passionate about lenses, it's low-key adorable. That's really sweet. I'm really glad you used the word adorable. I feel like there are other words that could describe my obsession with lenses lately. Zerastro, thank you for the 17 months. Welcome back. This beat's so smooth. This song is called Calm Waters. I think it's on the Inu album. It's in the lo-fi stuff. Calm Waters by Stream Beats. What's the mic on your camera next to you? Does it sound good? Yeah, this microphone is fantastic. This is Sony's own, I don't remember what it's called, but it's Sony's own camera mic. It's phenomenal. Can I use the ATEM plugin for any resolution that isn't 9:16? Yeah, we actually just released the new update today. Added one more resolution that's not quite as tall. It's a little bit more manageable for like social media posts. So if you're looking for something that's just more for like Twitter, I mean, first of all, you can always just trim it later, right? Put it together and then on your phone, just crop the black spots. But if you want something natively a little bit less tall, we put another resolution in there. How's the plans for the VTubing stuff going? It's just a matter of debating how much of a risk I think it is, and if I want, I mean, I don't have a lot of, with everything we're doing right now, I don't have a lot of playroom with revenue. And so I'm debating whether or not I want to take the risk on investing stupid amounts of money into something that I think would be an absolute game changer, but if it's not, it's gonna be rough. It is a serious risk. And so it's just that debate. It's just that debate. About mics, you could try the G1. I think it's better than the B1M because it's smaller and it's bi-directional. You can talk from, wait. The B1 is bi-directional. Hold on a sec. Hold up. Which one is the B1? Oh, the G1. I was looking for this one the other day. I think this one's discontinued, isn't it? Does it have a hot shoe mount? Like, does it have the multi-function shoe mount, or do you have to have it plugged in with the cable? Because I'm really not about the whole plugging it into a cable thing. Let me know. Because I was looking for it the other day and I couldn't find it. I thought it was discontinued. Going from Harris the handsome guy to Harris the vertical guy. Are you saying I'm not handsome anymore? Feels kind of rude. I could assist you with something that you could use as like a test run. Oh no, this is, I mean, I'd be hiring a whole team of developers for this. It's a big deal. I appreciate you, but this would, the minimum investment in this thing is like $100,000. So it's a big risk, and I'm leaning towards doing it, but I'd need to move some stuff around and really make sure I'm being responsible. Do you want mine? Are you gonna send me a mic? You should add being able to disable or hide the vertical preview like the normal preview. Oh, you should check the update that came out today. I also tweeted about it. Go look, because you can do that. Everybody's always asking for me for things that already exist. It's just me or your white hair becoming blonde? Yeah, that's called fading. That's called, haven't gotten, it's been, you know, a good month and a half since I got it colored, and the yellow comes back. It's called making me self-conscious. You have to manually update right now. You have to manually update. We're looking into that. I believe the reason we haven't added an auto updater is because I think OBS is implementing their own auto updater, and it doesn't make sense for us to spend a ton of time, like hopefully soon. Doesn't make sense for us to take a ton of time building one ourselves when there's just gonna be another one that comes out, but it's something we talk about a lot. Yo, Sanazard, thank you for the raid. What's up, guys? Welcome. How do you install the update for vertical? Go to atom.tv, atom, A-I-T-U-M.tv. I should probably put it in my description, actually. I'm gonna do that. Download vertical. So atom.tv/vertical. Excuse me. There you go. You can see it near the top of the description. How do you install the update? Yeah, so right now you have to just go to the installer, you just download the newest version and install it, and it just installs on top of the old one. It replaces it. Yep, just re-download the newest version, it just replaces it. Pinned chat message, that's a good point. Hold on a second, let me grab it from in there. Let me do this. For those of you who don't know what this is, do this. If you haven't installed vertical yet, make sure you install vertical. It's a big deal. What sound paneling do you use? These are Owens Corning. I think I get them on, I don't even remember where, Acoustimac.com. I think that's where I get mine. Owens Corning 505, 504, 503. 50 something. It's like 2 inch thick foam. Audio's a bit behind, you're right. This happens, this is another reason, hold on a second. How about now? That better? That's a problem with streaming on the Mac. For some reason, Wavelink gets a little bit behind. I have to quit Wavelink and reopen it. Thanks for letting me know. So yeah, I think I might grab a PC laptop and bring it in here for streaming in the future. I think that'll help a lot. Is there any copy and paste to keep all the settings? I believe your settings all stay the same. I haven't noticed any reset happening when I update it. Is the music too loud in the back? If it's too loud, let me know. Anyway, guys, I gotta go prep for some stuff. Trying out some new video styles tomorrow and gotta go prep for it. And also gotta make a couple more YouTube shorts about the vertical plugin today. So I'm gonna run and do that. This room is a vibe, it looks cozy. We were talking about it earlier. I wanna break down this entire wall. The gaming room is on the other side of this wall. I wanna just break it down and make it one big room. Neither of them, I mean, it looks good. We're kind of done with it, except for I want to put pictures on these, maybe adjust some lighting a little bit, maybe put like a little bit of a border around that acoustic paneling and get like some, you know, some cork board or some pegboard or whatever over it. But like for the most part, it's kind of like 98% done. And now I'm just like, it just feels like I don't spend a lot of time in here unless I'm specifically like doing something. It just feels a little cramped. It feels kind of small. I think I'd rather like a big multifunctional room that I can enjoy being in, you know? So I don't know. I got a buddy coming over next week. We're gonna see how difficult it would be if we can just do it ourselves, or if I hire someone to do it in like a year when things kind of chill out a little bit, you know? I don't know. Room's bigger than my house? No, it's just a little bit of a wide angle. I think we measure, I think it was like 20 feet across or something. Do you have 2 doors to enter? Maybe just make it one large door. Like a sliding door? I don't know. I'll figure it out. Maybe I cover one of the doors. I don't know. You can cover a door. You can cover a door, doesn't matter. This room is, I think, 9 feet wide right here, 9.5 feet where the black stuff is. And yeah, I want to say I think 25 is a little bit much. I can't remember how deep it is. French doors. What if we just made it like a giant, like a glass door, like an office door, like a glass door? Like something more welcoming, you know? Considering it's a workspace? I don't know, man. You also got to think about resale value. What if we just covered it and put no doors and I had to come in through the window? That would be the ultimate privacy. Do you have a 4090? I do not. Glass door feels less comfortable? Fine. Make it a Japanese siding. Ooh, what if we just, made it like a paper door? I would have no sound privacy. And I like that I have thick doors and I can have meetings and like Japanese lessons and stuff in here and no one outside can really hear it unless they're really listening. I like that. I like the soundproofing in here. I don't think I'd want to give that up. So what I'm saying is that's a hard no. What's the vertical app? Vertical webcam for OBS? Vertical canvas for OBS, yeah. Brand new plugin we launched last week. It's fantastic. Guys, I'm gonna run. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate you guys. Hit the like button before you go. And I'll be back. We're gonna make these weekly. I was gonna go live on Saturday and Saturday just got busy. I think I'm gonna try to make these a Saturday morning thing every week and really figure out like what the vibe of these is, you know? So we'll have some fun with that. I'll plan on being live again Saturday morning on here. Between now and then, I'll go live once or twice on Twitch. Deal? I might even do that 24-hour stream, and that'll be on across like this YouTube, Senpai Gaming YouTube, Twitch channel. It'll be live everywhere. Hey, I love you guys. Thank you for everything. You're fantastic. I'll see you later. Peace.